Guys, like this shit just never stops rolling out of the United Federation of Teachers. Michael Mulgrew, listen to this email. This is from one of yours, my friend. Her name is Jessica Harvey, District 2 Representative, United Federation of Teachers. So disturbing that the people within her district sent us the letters. So she says this is a few talking points if you think it will be helpful. Regardless of the code changes, the city and the MLC will move forward with a Medicare Advantage plan. It will be a specially negotiated version of Medicare Advantage that will only be available to New York City retirees. Well, who the hell else is it supposed to be for? This makes no sense. It can't be used for employees. It has to be used for Medicare-eligible retirees. But it is still a Medicare Advantage plan. So, Jessica, you really need to understand the differences between Medicare and traditional Medicare. I got 100 videos on them you may want to start watching. She says it must be called a Medicare Advantage plan because that program gives us access to federal funding, which, if the federal funding is ever reduced, like in 2017, and the city will be asked to pay the difference in the premium from the insurer. If the city refuses, guess what will happen? Either the cost will be passed along to the retiree, i.e. premium, or services will be reduced. And how do I know that will happen again? Because it happened in 2017 when the subsidy dropped and HIP came to the city and said, pay this, and the city said no, and HIP said, okay, fine, we're going to institute copays, double them where they exist, and we're going to gut out the services. And if you want even more proof, it's in one of the other million documents we fact-checked by you. The Alliance contract also had that same exact provision in it. Go read the contract. Clearly, you didn't read that part. You're already trying to find a new partner to go negotiate the new plan. The UFT has vowed that whatever the new Medicare Advantage plan is must mirror or enhance retirees' current benefits. Well, you didn't do that the last time because the last plan didn't mirror it and it didn't enhance it. What you gave us was crap that none of us wanted, and yet you called it a perk or a benefit or an enhancement. And there must be procedural safeguards in place for any denial of procedures or issue with the plan. If you have to have that in place, that already says there's a problem. So now you're going to be taking seniors, people who are ill, people who are developing cognitive impairments, and you are going to put impediments to them accessing their health care. Why? We don't have any of that with Medicare, traditional, so already that is a diminishment of benefit. Yes, if these conditions are not in place, the UFT will oppose any new plan. Well, I guess you'll be opposing every single plan to come through because none of that will mirror our traditional Medicare. Because the City Council does not seem interested in amending the City Administrative Code, it is very important that any new Medicare Advantage plan is excellent, as that will become the only health plan option available to city retirees. There will no longer be any pay-up options available. So, my friend, the UFT official is actually finally admitting that the union is looking to kill or eliminate every single plan option to a retiree, further diminishing benefit. So let me tell you, Michael, if you don't do this to your employee side, if you don't eliminate every choice other than HIP HMO, if you're going to only impose Medicare Advantage on a retiree, you better be looking for a lawsuit this time, because this time we're coming to you. And I will have that with a retired teacher under the moratorium. You cannot diminish a benefit for a retired teacher and not equally diminish it to a retiree. So you active teachers out there not listening to us, you wake up. Listen, if you are going to diminish and strip away a retired benefit from a retiree, you're not hurting them, us. You are hurting yourself. Keep that in mind. Next point, she says, this will become the case. If this becomes the case, the UFT will take action to sue for more options, but the city and the arbitrator have already made it clear that we will keep options for retirees, then they will look to impose a premium on the in-service health care. The UFT does not support this kind of pitting in-service and retirees against each other. What is this email, my friend? It is exactly you pitting retirees and in-service against each other, and you've been doing this for months. I'm glad so many of your teachers are actually waking up to what you're doing, because this isn't even, it's not even secret anymore. Like, this is out in the open. Next point, the UFT, of course, wants to avoid all of this, which brings us back to the City Administrative Code, whereby if we add our amendment, we can work towards offering options for retirees and high-quality, premium-free healthcare. So, Jessica, honey, Bubula, let me explain something to you. If you didn't read the last two court cases, the city was trying to argue that the benchmark for Medicare-eligible retirees is $7.50. You know, like the price of a cup of coffee. If you think you can get a healthcare plan for $7.50 or find more than one at $7.50, please call me. You know how to find me. Everyone has my phone number, my email address, our website, our Instagram, our Twitter, our TikTok, our YouTube, any way you want to find me. Please. Kindly tell me where the hell you're going to find a healthcare plan for $7.50. The purpose was to fully transfer premium to retirees. And if you wanted a choice, pay up for every option. Do you have that now, my dear? No, you don't. So don't strip away something that we earned, we negotiated, and we gave you. She then closes this with summary. We had a good plan. That plan is dead. 3, a new one is coming. 4, it will be good. And 5, give us room to negotiate and amend the code. Sweetheart, darling, you have room to negotiate. You have the New York City collective bargaining law. You have the Taylor law. You have your collective bargaining agreements, and you have the 1992 MLC agreement, which requires the city negotiate every healthcare aspect with you. Reading is fundamental, my friend. Learn how to read your own contracts. You know, the ones that we negotiated during our tenures. This email is insane. She then closes it with needs, a national solution to healthcare costs. 2, the code should be amended. 3, understanding that no matter what changes happen, we will negotiate good plans for in-service and retirees because that is what they deserve. And our priority is to keep high-quality, premium-free healthcare for all members. Now you sound like a Stepford wife. Seriously, friend. You negotiated away our healthcare. And if you're pushing a Medicare Advantage plan, there is no way in hell a Medicare Advantage plan will come anywhere to mirror the benefits offered by traditional Medicare. You are privatizing a public benefit, just like charter schools. If you don't like charter schools, you shouldn't like privatizing Medicare. It is the same damn thing in the healthcare realm. You are privatizing health. And I'm telling you right now, if you haven't read our one-pager, you do need to read it, because you will be forever giving up a benefit and transferring premium to retirees. You can't listen to the argument that Mulgrew is saying that if you don't do this, you'll get premium. Doing this, you will get premium, and we can prove it to you. Follow, because I'm sure more bullshit will be flowing out of 52 Broadway. Happens every day.